Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your screen is visible?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your screen is okay? Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, next test is Raabe's
Sir,
test.
doubt in yesterday's assignment, sir.
After the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, last 15 minutes I will spend with doubts. Okay. Now, Raabe's test. The statement of Raabe's test is same like if sigma un is a positive term series, sigma un is a positive term series such that limit n tends to infinity, n into un over un plus 1 minus 1 equal to L. Limit n tends to infinity, n into un by un plus 1 minus 1 equal to L. Then sigma un converges if L value greater than 1. Sigma un converges if L value greater than 1, and the sigma un diverges if L value less than 1. And third condition, Raabe's test fails if L equal to 1. And here, see how to remember this. What is a ratio test? Just a hint how to remember this statement. Hint, what is a ratio test? When ratio test fails, then you go for the Raabe's test. When ratio test fails, when L equal to 1, ratio test fails. Then one can apply limit comparison test there. If limit comparison also fails, then you go for the Raabe's test. 2 points, important point. What is that? When we have to apply Raabe's test, first point is when ratio test fails. Now, when ratio test fails for L equal to 1, one can go for limit comparison test. If that limit comparison test also not applicable for L equal to 1, then go for Raabe's test. So in ratio test, what is the ratio here? Un upon un plus 1 is the ratio. Un by un plus 1 is the ratio. And take its limit. Limit n tends to infinity. Now, when ratio test fails, what we have to do? For this un by un plus 1, subtract 1, minus 1, and multiply this entire by n. Then you will get some value L. This may be greater than 1 or less than 1. When ratio test. Now, you write here, when ratio test fails. Okay, I will write clearly. So the things are, the points are, first point is when ratio test fails, first point, when ratio test fails for L equal to 1, when ratio test fails for L equal to 1 or some another case also. Yesterday problem, when x greater than 1 or less than 1, the ratio test fails now. Similarly, when ratio test fails, you can put in this one brackets, then one can apply limit comparison test. If LCT also fails, or not applicable, then apply Raabe's test. This is the Raabe's test statement. What is that? In ratio test, just find un by un plus 1. If that one fails, limit value is 1. If it is fails, then subtract -1 from this ratio and multiply it by n and take n tends to infinity. Okay. And same rules, L greater than 1 converges, L less than 1 diverges, and test fails when L equal to 1. And one more is logarithmic test. Logarithmic test. Logarithmic test. The statement is, if sigma un is a positive term series, if sigma un is a positive term series such that limit n tends to infinity, what is the ratio test? Un by un plus 1 term. For this you apply log. And multiplied by n, limit n tends to infinity, n into log un by un plus 1. This value is L. Then the series, then first point same, sigma un converges if L greater than 1. Second one, sigma un diverges if L less than 1. And third one, test fails if L equal to 1. And when we have to apply this logarithmic test, okay, hint is when ratio test fails and LCT not applicable, and one more point, LCT not applicable, and this is very important, and not applicable when, and un by un plus 1 contains e terms, an exponential term, then apply logarithmic test. So what is the logic here? Hint is, thus the ratio test structure is un over un plus 1. Okay. And if this un by un plus 1 contains e terms, exponential terms, then you go for logarithmic test. Before that, when ratio test fails, LCT is not applicable, and un by un plus 1 contains exponential terms, then for this ratio you take logarithm and then multiplied by n, then take limit n tends to infinity. This is the value L. If L is greater than 1, converge. If L is less than 1, diverge, and equal to 1, test fails. Test fails. These are the two tests related to ratio test, Raabe's test and logarithmic test. See, one problem based on this. First one, test the convergence of the series. You write this, sigma 4 into 7 into 3n plus 1 whole by 1 into 2 into n into x to the power of n Solution. What is the nth term here? Un equal to 4 into 7 into up to 3n plus 1 whole by 1 into 2 into n. 1 into 2 into n is nothing but n factorial. Anyway, ratio test is applicable when nth term contains factorials or product of terms. Okay. Now, un plus 1. Clearly, limit comparison test not applicable for this. The un plus 1th term, 4 into 7 into, if I put in place of n plus 1, what is this becomes? 3n plus 3 plus 1 plus 4. And its before term is what? 3n plus 1 by 1 into 2 into n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1. Now, take the ratio un by un plus 1. Un by un plus 1, 4 into 7 into 3n plus 1 by similar terms. I'm writing together 4 into 7 into 3n plus 1 multiplied by 3n plus 4. And this is x to the power of n by x to the power of n plus 1. And this comes to numerator and 1 into 2 into up to n. So the cancel terms are this one and up to n cancel, and 1 x power n gets cancelled. X power n gets cancelled. The remaining terms are n plus 1 will be there in the numerator by 3n plus 4 will be there, and 1 over x will be there, right? Okay, now let me apply the ratio test first. That means take n tends to infinity. So limit n tends to infinity, take n common in numerator and denominator. This is n 3 plus 4 by n into 1 by x into 1 by x. So what I am getting, 1 by this 2 gets cancelled, 3 will, this is 0, this is 0. So 1 by 3x will be there. This is the value of L. This is the value of L, 1 by 3x. Now, using therefore, using ratio test, sigma un is convergent. Sigma un is convergent if L greater than 1. That means 1 by 3x greater than 1. That means 3x less than 1. 3x less than 1. Or one can write x less than 1 by 3. X less than 1 by 3. And sigma un diverges is divergent if L less than 1. That means shall I write directly? Or 1 by 3x less than 1. That is x greater than 1 by 3. X greater than 1 by 3. And ratio test fails. Ratio test fails when L equal to 1. When L equal to 1 means 1 by 3x equal to 1. That is x equal to 1 by 3. When x equal to 1 by 3, ratio test fails. Right? Now, at x equal to 1 by 3. Now again begin with un. At x equal to 1 by 3, what is the nth term? Or let me write. At x equal to 1 by 3, nth term becomes un is equal to x equal to 1 by 3. So what is the nth term becomes 4 into 7 into and so on 3n plus 1 whole by 1 into 2 into n x to the power of n. X to the power of n. X value is this. So this is x 1 by 3 power n you will get. 1 by 3 power n you will get. Right? Okay. And clearly,
Sir?
see, obviously, yeah.
Sir, I guess students are there in
Yes?
the waiting room. Students are waiting, I guess.
Why they are late? Always late?
Sir, I guess they got disconnected.
Huh?
I guess they got disconnected.
Disconnected? How?
Yeah, when you get
Net is
disconnected,
there, no?
it automatically
Okay, just wait.
closes.
No, 50 participants are there already. Tell them. I will. Okay, this is 1 by 3. And remember, one more point. After writing un, again, see, you have to apply for this when L equal to 1, this is my un. Is it possible to apply limit comparison test? No. Clearly, limit comparison test LCT is not applicable. LCT is not applicable. First point. And coming to second point, Raabe's test. What is the statement of Raabe's test? Un by un plus 1 minus 1 and multiplied by n. So un by, now to apply Raabe's test, again I have to calculate what? Un by un plus 1. Already I had un by un plus 1. All of you remember this. This is un by un plus 1. That means this is un by un plus 1. un by un plus 1, isn't it? Right? So let me write this un by un plus 1. Now un by un plus 1 is value is what? 1 plus 1 by n, 3 plus 4 by n. 1 plus 1 by n, 3 plus 4 by n, and into 1 by x, into 1 by x. So let me substitute x value. What is that x value? 1 by 3. So this becomes what? X value 1 by 3. So this becomes what? 1 plus 1 by n, 1 plus 1 by n, right? By 3 plus 4 by n, 3 plus 4 by n. Yes. Anyone wants to join? Hello. Now, what is this? Is I think 1 by 1 by x. Now this is what is this? Is 1 by x only, right? Still now 1 plus 1 by, this is 1 by x. X value is 1 by x equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by x equal to 3. 1 by x equal to 3. Okay, you will get this. So this value is 1 plus 1 by n by, if I take 3 common, this becomes 1 plus 4 by 3n. Is it correct? I will take 3 common in this entire, and 3 gets cancelled. This is my un by un plus 1. Un by un plus 1. Now, what is the next one? Raabe's test, take minus 1. Take minus 1. And before going to that minus 1, I will write un by un. Let me simplify again. Un by un plus 1. I can write this is 1 plus 1 by n and 1 plus 4 by 3n. 1 plus 4 by 3n whole to the power of minus 1. Whole to the power of minus 1. That is equal to 1 plus 1 by n. And what is the expansion? I will write the expansion. You know the expansion. 1 plus x whole to the power of minus 1. Sanjana, you come. Hello? Hello? Now this is 1 plus x whole to the power of minus 1 expansion. 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus and so on. And so on. Just give me a minute. Who is that? Now, let me, this is 1 and this is x. 1 plus x whole power minus 1 expansion. So 1 minus x. This is minus x plus x square 9 n square and so on and so on. Okay. Now take the product of these two. First 1 into this entire. 1 minus 4 by 3n plus 16 by 9n square minus and so on. And coming to this one, plus 1 by n minus 4 by 3n square, 4 by 3n square, 4 by 3n square, next plus 16 by 9n cube and so on. So let club the similar terms. So this 1 as usual. One as usual. 1 and 4 by 3n minus 4 by 3n That is nothing but minus 4 by 3 plus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 by 3n. Clubbing these two, minus 1 by 3n, and clubbing these two. This is what? 16 by 9 minus 4 by 3. 16 by 9 minus 4 by 3. So 9, 16 minus 12. 4 by plus 4 by 9 n square. 4 by 9 n square, and so on, like this. This is what the expression un by un plus 1 expression. Now to apply Raabe's test, I have to subtract 1. Un by un plus 1 minus 1. Take this one this side. Then what you will get? Minus 1 by 3n plus 4 by 9n square, and so on. 4 by 9n square, and so on. Next one, multiplied by n. That is n into un by un plus 1 minus 1. Minus 1 equal to, multiplied by n means this is minus 1 by 3 plus 4 by 9n, and so on. Okay. Now, according to Raabe's test, take the limit for this term, n into un by un plus 1 minus 1. That is equal to what? Every term goes to something by infinity 0, so you will get minus 1 by 3. You will get minus 1 by 3. What is this value? Minus 1 by 3, less than 1 or greater than 1? Less than 1. Less than 1. Therefore, by using Raabe's test, sigma un is less than 1 means what? Divergent. So final conclusion, divergent for what? This is for what? For x equal to 1 by 3. For x equal to 1 by 3. So finally, conclusion, sigma un is convergent. Sigma un is convergent if, what is that? X, I think, less than 1 by 3. Divergent if x greater than or equal to 1 by 3. This is the problem. Okay, once again, the problem is test the convergence of the series. The nth term is product of some terms, so apply ratio test first. Begin with ratio un by un plus 1. So I got the ratio as this. Next, since we have to apply limit, take n terms common. So this becomes and the limit value is, after taking n tends to infinity, 1 by 3x L value. So using ratio test, series is convergent when L greater than 1, means x less than 1 by 3, and divergent when x greater than 1 by 3, and test fails when x equal to 1 by 3. So when x equal to 1 by 3, what is the nth term becomes? This one. Nth term is this one, and clearly limit comparison test not applicable for this nth term. So let me apply Raabe's test. And one more point, this and the un is does not contain any exponential term. So we have to apply Raabe's test. Again, Raabe's test statement is this one. So I have to again calculate un by un plus 1, where I did here directly. Un by un plus 1 is always, you get the un by un plus 1 from this place. No need to again do everything. You will get the same again. Okay. So un by un plus 1 is, the value is this. Next one, let me say at x equal to 1 by 3. At x equal to 1 by 3, I have substituted here and simplified here. Now I have to subtract to minus 1 here. I have to subtract minus 1 here, right? For that, what I'm doing, let me simplify this expression, taking this denominator to numerator, whole power minus 1, and use the series expansion formula, 1 plus x whole power minus 1. 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube, and so on, where 1 is here, x is here, only for the second term only. So I have expanded this and take the product of these two. I have product of these two and simplified. And next, take minus 1 on both sides. So this one gets cancelled, and next expression. Next, multiply this by n. Multiply this difference by n. Then I got this expression. Taking the limit, the value is minus 1 by 3 less than 1. Using Raabe's test, the series is divergent. So final conclusion is this. Okay, and next problem. One more. Test the convergence of the series. Sigma n factorial whole square by 2n factorial. N factorial whole square by 2n factorial into x to the power of 2n into x to the power of 2n. Now, what is the nth term solution? Nth term un is equal to n factorial whole square by 2n factorial x to the power of 2n. Clearly, factorial terms are there, so applying ratio test. For the ratio test, first find n plus 1th term. N plus 1 factorial whole square by, this becomes what? 2n plus 2 factorial x to the power of 2n plus 2. X to the power of 2n plus 2. Okay. Now the ratio un by un plus 1 ratio. Un by un plus 1 ratio is n factorial whole square n plus 1 factorial whole square into 2n plus 2 factorial by 2n factorial into x to the power of 2n by x to the power of 2n plus 2. X to the power of 2n by x to the power of 2n plus 2. So first, this is n factorial by, I can write this is n factorial into n plus 1. This whole square I can write, right? Into, I can write this as 2n factorial into 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 2, correct? Okay. And this is 2n factorial. And this is 1 by x square. And which terms are getting cancelled? N factorial cancelled, 2n factorial cancelled. Okay. Now, this is 1 by n plus 1 whole square is there. Here, take n common in this term, n common in this term. So outside n square, 2 plus 1 by n, 2 plus 2 by n into 1 by x square. Now in this one, n is common, n square, 1 plus 1 by n. This is n square, 2 plus 1 by n, 2 plus 2 by n into 1 by x square, into 1 by x square. Now, this n square also gets cancelled. Now apply the limit for the ratio un by un plus 1 as, yeah.
It is 1 by 1 plus n is whole
Yes.
square. 1 plus 1 by n whole square, sir. You have taken n square common, sir, from
1
denominator.
plus, yeah, printing mistake. Come on. N tends to infinity, un by un plus 1. Thank you. Next, so applying limit, what you will get? This is 2 plus 0. This is also 2 plus 0 by 1 plus 0 whole square into 1 by x square. 1 by x square. So finally, what I'm getting? 4 by x square. This is the value of limit L. Limit L. Therefore, by using ratio test, sigma un convergent if L value greater than 1. That means 4 by x square greater than 1. That means x square less than 4. And sigma un diverges, if 4 by x square less than 1. So x square greater than 4. X square greater than 4. And ratio test fails if L equal to 1. L equal to 1 means what? 4 by x square equal to 1. Means x square equal to 4. X square equal to 4. Okay. Now, when x square equal to 4, when x square equal to 4, what is the nth term? Nth term becomes, what is nth term? Un equal to, what is that? Nth term is n factorial whole square by 2n factorial into x power 2n. X power 2n, I can write like this, right? Okay, x power 2n. Next one, this is equal to x square equal to 4, substitute here. So n factorial whole square by 2n factorial, this is 4 to the power of n. This is 4 to the power of n. Right? Okay. Clearly, Limit comparison test not applicable because factorials are there. Not applicable. Not applicable. Okay. Now, therefore, go for Raabe's test. Go for Raabe's test. And in Raabe's test, what is un by un plus 1? Already we calculated un by un plus 1. So no need to do again. Where is un by un plus 1? Here it is. I will write here un by un plus 1. This entire. This part. Un by un plus 1. Okay. Or one can write, if you don't want that, you can write this also. What is that? You can write this also. Since minus 1 is there, no need, both are same. You can write this, and what is this one? This whole square. This whole square. Now, so what is this one? Un by un plus 1. This is 2 plus 1 by n, 2 plus 2 by n, 2 plus 1 by n, 2 plus 2 by n by, this is 1 by x square now. Is it correct? Yeah, 1 by x square, 1 plus 1 by n whole square. 1 plus 1 by n whole square. 1 plus 1 by n whole square. And minus 1 I have to consider. So or let me write, instead of this taking n terms common, with n term I will write, what is that n term? 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 by n plus 1 whole square. 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2, right? 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 by n plus 1 whole square into 1 by x square. And what is x square value? 4. X square value 4. So this is 4 means what you will get? 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 by 4 into n plus 1 whole square. 4 into n plus 1 whole square. Whole square is
Sir,
there.
1 plus n plus 1 will cancel, sir. Denominator and numerator. 2 if we take common and numerator.
Yeah, that's what. Wait. N plus 1 gets cancelled.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, from 2n
Where
plus 2,
n
sir,
plus 1
take 2
gets
common.
In that
From
numerator,
2n plus 2,
if you
take 2 common.
Yeah. So that is equal to 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1, n plus 1 gets cancelled. So 2 will be there by 4 into n plus 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this is equal to 2n plus 1 by 2 into n plus 1. This is a simplified version of un by un plus 1. Why I am taking all this? Because I have to subtract 1, minus 1. If I do that minus 1 here, somewhat complicated, even though if I substitute 4, again I have to take n as LCM. Okay, only that is the chance. In the previous problem we took expansion. This is 2n plus 2 minus 1. So 2n plus 1 minus 2n plus 2 whole by 2n plus 2. 2n plus 2. So what is this value? 2n gets cancelled. Minus 1 by minus 1 by 2n plus 2. Next thing is what? Multiplied by n into un by un plus 1 minus 1. So this value is minus n by 2n plus 2. So this is minus 1 by n common, 2 plus 2 by n. 2 plus 2 by n. Now apply limit. Limit n un over un plus 1 minus 1 as n goes to infinity. The value is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. And clearly it is less than 1. Less than 1. Therefore, by using Raabe's test. By using Raabe's test, sigma un is, what is the sigma un is divergent. Lastly, write the conclusion. Conclusion, sigma un is convergent for, what is the value? X square less than 4, and divergent if x square greater than or equal to 4. Divergent for x square greater than or equal to 4. And one more problem. Test the convergence of the series. Yeah.
Sir, in the first problem, can we do the answer
Yes.
without expansion?
Yeah, you can do. No problem.
Without
The first
expansion?
problem, no?
Yes, sir.
Without expansion, you take a n LCM.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Instead of considering this, you can take the same like a second problem. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You can do. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
One problem based on logarithmic test. See, x plus 2 square x square by 2 factorial 3 cube x cube by 3 factorial plus 4 to the power of 4 x to the power of 4 by 4 factorial and so on. And so on. Solution. What is nth term here? Nth term. This is 1 power 1 x power 1 by 1 factorial. So one can write n power n
x power n
x to the
by n
power n by n factorial. Clearly factorials are there, so go for ratio test. This is n plus 1 whole to the power of n x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 factorial. N plus
Sir,
1
n plus 1 whole
factorial.
power n plus 1.
So un where? Yeah.
Plus 1 whole power.
Right? Right. Un by un plus 1 is equal to, now writing similar terms together, n to the power of n by n plus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1, x to the power of n by x to the power of n plus 1, and this becomes n plus 1 in numerator by n factorial. Now n to the power of n, take n common outside, n to the power of n plus 1, 1 plus 1 by n whole power n plus 1, 1 over x, and this is just n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1 factorial can be written as n factorial into n plus 1. Okay, let me write by n factorial. These two gets cancelled and 1 n power n gets cancelled. And here you take n common here. 1 plus 1 by n by, here 1 n is there, 1 plus 1 by n whole power n plus 1 into 1 by x. So this one cancel and 1 power n plus 1 gets cancelled. The remaining part is 1 by x into 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. Any corrections? Any corrections?
Oh, sir.
Right. Now limit un by un plus 1 as n tends to infinity. This value is 1 by x, and what is this value? Limit value? Limit n tends to infinity 1 by 1 plus 1 by n whole power n. 1 by x into 1 by e. So 1 by ex. This is the value of L. 1 by ex, value of L. Therefore, by ratio test, sigma un convergent if L is greater than 1, 1 by ex greater than 1, 1 by ex greater than 1. So x less than 1 by e. And divergent if 1 by ex less than 1, that is x greater than 1 by e. Test fails, ratio test fails. Ratio test fails if x equal to 1 by e. X equal to 1 by e, ratio test fails. Now, When x equal to 1 by e, what is the nth term is? Nth term is what? N to the power of n. X to the power of n. X to the power of n means I can write this is n factorial is there. X to the power of n, 1 by e whole power n. 1 by e whole power n. So this value is n to the power of n by n factorial e to the power of n. N factorial e to the power of n. You will get. Okay. Clearly, factorial is there. LCT fails. LCT not applicable. LCT not applicable. Then again, I have to apply Raabe's test. For Raabe's test, again the ratio I have to take -1 multiplied by n. So what is un by un plus 1? Already what we have un by un plus 1. Un by un plus 1 we have this, right? So right here, that is 1 by x 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. Whole to the power of n. And what is x value? X value is 1 by e. So 1 by x value e. So this is e by 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. Here x equal to 1 by e. X equal to 1 by e. This is un by un plus 1. As I told you, when un by un plus 1 contains exponential term, e term, apply logarithmic test. You write here. Since un by un plus 1 contains e terms, apply logarithmic test. Apply logarithmic test. Okay, right? So what is the logarithmic test? This un by un plus 1. For this you have to take log, then multiplied by n. Then multiplied by n. Therefore, what I have to take? Log of un by un plus 1. Log of un by un plus 1. This is log of e by 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power of n. Now log m by n. Log m minus log n. Log m minus log n. Always this natural logarithm to the base e only. So what is log e to the base e? 1 minus. And this is n into log of 1 plus 1 by n. N into log of 1 plus 1 by n. Now for this I have to apply limit. Before applying the limit, consider to simplify this expansion of log 1 plus x. Log 1 plus x expansion. Intermediate. Anyone? Anyone?
1 minus
X
x
minus?
by 2 plus x by 3 minus x by 4.
No.
1 minus x by
1
2
will
plus
not be
x by
there, I
3.
think.
x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3.
Plus x cube by 3, right? This is correct, right? So let us apply this. 1 minus n into what is x value? 1 by n here. So x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 and so on. Okay. So take n inside. This is 1 minus 1 by 2n plus 1 by 3n square and so on. And so on. So 1 gets cancelled. So this becomes 1 by 2n, 1 by 3n square and so on. Now apply the limit. This is what? Did I multiply it by n? No, not multiplied by n. So multiplied by n now. Okay. N into log un by un plus 1 is equal to, now what is this? 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3n and so on. Now apply the limit value. Limit n tends to infinity. N into log un by un plus 1 is equal to just 1 by 2, remaining every value 0. 1 by 2 means what? Less than 1. 1 by 2 is less than 1. Therefore, by using logarithmic test, sigma un is less than 1 means divergent. So final conclusion. conclusion, sigma un is convergent when x, I think, less than 1 by e. Check it. Divergent when x greater than or equal to 1 by e. When x greater than or equal to 1 by e. This is the problem. Okay. Next, I will tell remaining problems in the next class. Now tell me firstly, what are your doubts in the previous session?
Sir, assignment, sir.
Yeah,
One
assignment.
plus
Which problem? Please tell.
first one only, sir. I mean, I'm not getting the nth term. 1
Yes,
plus
sir.
1,
First one for me also.
Ratio test fails.
1 square, 2 square by 1 into
Which
2.
one? First one means what? I am not having that.
Okay, sir.
One?
1 plus 1 square, 2 square by 1 into 3 into 5 plus 1 square, 2 square, 3 square by 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9. So on.
1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9 and so
Yes,
on.
sir.
What is the nth term? What is the nth term?
That one only we want, sir.
I can write this is 1 square by 1. Oh, you are not getting nth term, right?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes.
in the first term, numerator and denominator I am writing here. In the first term, numerator is 1 square, denominator is 1. In the second term, numerator 1 square, 2 square, denominator how many terms? Product of how many terms? Product of how many terms? 3 terms. In the third term, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. First term 1, second term product of 2 in numerator. And let me finalize the numerator. In nth term, how many terms will be there? Product of n terms. Yes. Coming to denominator, first term is 1 term, second term is 3 terms, third term is how many terms? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. How many terms? 5 terms. 1 term here, here 3 terms, here 5 terms. In the next one, what is the denominator? You will get 7 terms, right? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you tell what is the in nth term?
4n minus 3.
I will get
In
1 into
4n minus 3.
4n minus 3.
1 into 3 into 5 into and so on.
4n minus 3.
4.
2n plus 1.
Now I will tell you. Now listen. I am considering denominator only. All of you, denominator. There is a doubt in denominator. First term 1 only. Second term how many terms? 3. 3 up to what? Up to what? If it is in second term, up to what product? Up to 5.
5.
Third term, up to what? 9. In fourth term, what is the product? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. You will get 7. Moodu, mudaru. Next 13. Up to 13 you will get 4. 4 unte. This is my n. This is my n. According to this, you tell when n equal to 2, you will get up to 5. Right? And yeah. So you write no n value here
n plus 3.
and the denominator terms here. Listen. When n value 2, the second term up to what? 1, 3, 5, right? 1, 3, 5. So I can write n into n plus 1 into what is this? When n equal to 2, I need to get 3 terms, product of 3 terms. So
2n plus 1.
n minus 1, or you write like this. 2n minus 1, n equal to 1, correct? Next 2n plus 1, next 2n plus 3. Is it correct? When n equal to 2. No. N minus
4n
1,
minus 3.
n plus 1, 4n
4
Yeah.
and
minus 3.
What is
minus
this one?
3, sir.
4 and minus 3.
4n minus 3. 8 minus 3. So it's a before term. It's a before term. Odd term. 4n minus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. See, what is the logic? ఈ లాజిక్ చెప్తాను చూడండి ఇక్కడ. The main point is here, when n equal to 1, only one term is there. Only one term is there. You can neglect the first term. You can neglect the first term. When n equal to 2, you consider when n equal to 2, numerator is okay. Coming to denominator, it must be stopped. N equal to 2 means up to here. The series is truncated up to here only. N equal to 2 means first term and the second, you have to get second term completely. So in the second term, the denominator is what? Up to 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. So when I substitute n equal to 2 here, this is 8 minus 3, 5 you will get. Write its before term and so on. Similarly, when n equal to 3, what is the last term? 9. Can you get 12? 12 minus 3 is what? This one. When n equal to 3, what is the last one? If I consider this the last term, when n equal to 3, 4 into 3, 12 minus 3, 9. That means this last term 9 means it's a before terms 7, 5, 3, 1, like that. Okay, you will get all these. So the nth term in the denominator is, what is the last term? You have to write 4n minus 3. 4n minus 3. And when I put, see, now if I consider this as nth term, when I put n equal to 1, I have to get first term. When equal to 1 means 1 square. And put n equal to 1 here. N equal to 1 means 4 minus 3, 1. Only one term will be there. 1 square by 1. Coming to next one. When I put n equal to 2. N equal to 2 means I have to get second term. N equal to 2 means first one up to here. 1 square, 2 square. And when I put n equal to 2 here, 8 minus 3, 5 means the series will truncate up to here. 1, 3, 5. N equal to 2. When n equal to 3 here, this one 12 minus 3, 9. Up to 9 you have to get. 1 into 3 into 5 into up to 9 you will get. So for this problem, this is the nth term. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, n square by 1 into 3 into 5, 4n minus 3. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any more?
The fifth question.
What is that question?
Sigma n equal to 1 to infinity n cube minus n plus 1 by n factorial.
N cube minus n plus it's a simple now. Meanly un by un plus 1. This is n cube minus n plus 1 by n plus 1 cube minus n plus 1 plus 1. This is n plus 1 factorial by n factorial. Take n's commons. That's it, you will get it. If I take n cube common, 1 minus 1 by n square plus 1 by n cube here by, and here n cube, totally n cube common. So this is 1 plus 1 by n cube, and this is n cube common means here you will get by n cube. By n cube means 1 by n square you will get, 1 by n cube you will get, plus 1 by n cube you will get. Into this is you will get n plus 1, take n common. This n cube gets cancelled. Any more corrections? Check out. That's it. This will be there and n is there as n tends to infinity. This term entire goes to infinity greater than 1. Convergent. Do in this way. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If any mistake, you can correct.
Okay, sir.
Is that clear? Everything right?
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Just practice. One.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, second question I'm getting test fails.
Tell.
4 by 18 plus 4.
Which one?
Second question, sir.
4 by
18.
Yeah, you just express that one. 4 by 18
plus 4 into 12
Next
by
term?
8. 4 into 12 by 18 into 27. By 18 into 27.
Any next term?
Yes, sir. 4 into 12 into
Next term?
That's it, sir.
8 and 20. 18 into 27 into 9. 9 means 36, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is the nth term?
4
4
into
to the power n into
Nth term.
2n minus 1 divided by 9 to the power n into n factorial.
What is this? What is this nth term? Last one? Numerator.
Sir,
4 into 2n
1
minus
into
1.
3 into 5 and so on 2n plus 1.
4 into 2n minus 1.
4 into 2n minus 1.
4 into 2n
Minus 1.
n equal to 1. 4, right? N equal to 2. 2 means 3, right? Okay, next. Denominator.
18 into 27 into 9 into n plus 1.
9 into n plus 1.
9 into n plus 1.
N plus 1.
N plus. Finished, right? So one can write like this, no? 4 into 12 into 20. This is 8n minus 4
Yes.
by 18, 27, 36, 9n plus 1. 9n plus 9.
9.
Then you find un plus 1. You can do, right?
But the answer we are getting is test fail,
Next.
sir.
No, sir. 9 by 4 we get.
Test fails, huh?
9
Yes,
by
sir.
4 we get, sir, limit.
What is that? 9 by
4 limit. It is
9
convergent.
by 4.
No, sir, it will get infinity.
Right.
9 by 8, I think, sir.
9 by 8 will get, sir.
9 by
9 by
8,
8, sir.
Yes, sir. 9 by 8. Sorry. 9 by
It's
8.
convergent.
9 by
8. Convergent.
ఓకే గ్రూప్ లో మీరు డిస్కస్ చేసుకోండి మంచిగా చదువులో దాచిపెట్టుకోవద్దండి యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ యువర్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఓకే ఎనీవే హ్యాపీ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ డే ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
Thank you, sir. Same
Same
to
to
you.
you, sir.
Same to you.
Same to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
ఓకే ఐ విల్ స్టాప్ హియర్ బై
Sir, attendance.
Is MIA.
Attendance. 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 Hello. Attendance. Hello. Hello.
All left, right. Everyone left, right.
Okay, bro.